Welcome back to the Blazor Puzzle. It's episode 75. My name is Jeff Fritz from Microsoft, and that's my friend, Mr. Carl Franklin from AppvNext. How you doing there, Carl?
Who are you, and what'd you do with my friend Jeff?
I gotta shake things up every now and again, you know?
Yeah, that's a good thing to do. We're getting ready for build here, aren't we? Microsoft build.
Oh yes. I'm looking forward to this one. I've got labs, I've got presentations that I'm putting together, some demos. It's going to be an event. They're really pulling out the stops with some 400 level advanced content for us here.
I've got podcast duty with Richard Campbell. We're doing several .NET Rocks episodes, and we're also hosting other podcasters. So if you happen to be in that area, stop in and say hi. Not you, Jeff. I know you'll be busy. I'm talking to them.
Well, maybe we could record a Blazor puzzle.
Yeah, maybe. We could try that. We could at least get some ideas.
Totally.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's jump into puzzle number 75.
Oh, let's do it.
So this is an edit form where we're handling a person. I had just a public class person here with a name and email, no big whoop. And I've got person as a new person. And we've got an edit form here. A simple edit form, not even any validation, just on submit is submit form, right?
Okay.
And we're using these input text controls, which you do in an edit form.
Yeah.
But the email, I want to use that old trick that we can do with an input control where we do @bind::event equals on input. And because we are binding to value, we have to specify that bind-value : event equals on input. And, because I basically want to update the email on every keystroke. And you can see we've got just a display down here, person email. So the idea is that should update whenever we enter a character into the email input text.
This is a kind of thing you might want to build when you're doing some type ahead completion, or you want to do some validation as things are being keyed in. Okay, I see what you're trying to do.
That's
here.
right. Yeah, if we had validation on this class down here, person, that this email was an email address, you could check it on every keystroke, right? And so you don't have to wait to tab off of it to get, or to hit the submit button to get the annotation errors, that kind of thing. So let's see what happens. All right, so, name, we just have whatever the name is. And here I hit J. I was going to do Jeff, but we have an unhandled error. And I turned detailed errors on so I could see what it is. And it makes no sense to me.
Change event args.
Event args can't be converted to type system string. This is clearly inside of the input text. This isn't my code, right?
Yeah.
And just to show you that this could work, let's do this. Let's do an input @bind equals person email and @bind: event equals on input placeholder equals email, right? Let's just change it up.
Use the standard HTML.
Yeah, and I'll just comment this one out just to show you that it could work with a regular input.
See?
Right? So that is the trick. How do we do this with an input text? And we will be right back with the answer. Or if you want to try to figure it out, just hit pause and come back when you're ready. We'll be here. The solution, or one solution anyway, is to subclass the input text with an inherit statement in a new component, InstantInputText razor. You can call it whatever you want.
Sure.
and use the following syntax with additional attributes, the CSS class. These are all internal to InputText, right? And bind current value as string, and then you can say bind event equals oninput. And back in the home page, the only thing we did was change this from an InputText to an InstantInputText, and we took off the bind value event stuff.
So you've got the same HTML inside that you were actually just showing us with a couple of those handled properties that the InputText already has for us.
And the other behaviors that the InputText has. Yeah. Okay, so let's run it and see what happens. There we go.
There we go.
Now, this is not a real email address, so
no,
just doing this for just for fun. Okay, so that is one solution. Another solution might be that you handle the oninput event, right, in C#, and then you get the C# event that happens every time a key is pressed. But that seems a little janky to me.
Do we really want to handle an event like that on? Have an extra C# event around? Like, maybe, I don't know.
No, I don't know. I mean, the whole idea is that you want it to bind on input. So, yeah. And by the way, this is something that Steve Sanderson emailed me when I asked him what this was all about back in the early days of Blazor, when nobody had really any idea what it was about. And I went through and I created a curriculum for it, for Blazor. And this was Blazor Server on beta.net core 3. I can't remember where.
3.5,
yeah. So I feel really honored to do this. And this is part of my class too, that I talk about this, but it's a really good solution. And, you know, what can I say? If you have an idea for a Blazor puzzle, send it to us by email, blazorpuzzle@appvnext.com. Also send the solution if you have a solution, but if you don't have a solution, you just want to stump us, send us your problem. Instead of going to Stack Overflow, right? Send it to us. And you might actually get a mug out of it.
There you go.
All right. Hey, we'll see you next week, and we'll see you at Build after that. So long.
Oh, yeah. Take care.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to check out blazortrain.com and the .NETshow.com for more great content.